Welcome student. So today we will be discussing Los Angeles abbreviation test. So we have already conducted aggregate impact test where we tested aggregate for impact load, and then for aggregate crushing value test where we gradually applied the compressive load on the aggregate, and then we found like how much particle got crushed. So today we will be discussing the third test when aggregate is subject to the abbreviation. So what is abbreviation means? When particles are rubbed over each other, then there are chances that particle of the aggregate may get loose, right? So they may get detached from the actual main aggregate. Should not cross certain limit, so that should also be within certain limit, and the test for that is like a Los Angeles abbreviation test. So this is the equipment that we use for this test. So broadly, like it has like few components. First is like this driving motor. So it actually applies the like a driving force, and this is the cylinder. Actually we'll open this cylinder. I'll show you exactly what is inside the cylinder, but then this cylinder rotates with certain speed, generally offset 20 to 30 revolution per minute. So in 1 minute it will again it depends on the like a different manufacturer, but still the limit is 20 to 30 revolution per minute. So this is the cylinder, and then we have this this counting dials. The number of revolution, total number of revolution depends on what sample you are considering. So in Los Angeles test we have like a sample of different grade. So these are like a different grade. So these grades are classified based upon the aggregate size and the weight of the sample. So how much weight of the sample we are taking and what is the size of aggregate that we are taking, based upon that actually number of revolutions are depend. So for I think A to D it needs like 500 revolution, and then for more than that for other finer aggregate we should have, or finer grade of aggregate we should have like 1000 revolution. So we'll be performing as such like a grade B. So grade B is what? Actually it consider the aggregate of size less than 20 mm and more than like 12.5 mm. So this is like one part, and second part is the aggregate of size less than 12.5 mm and greater than 10 mm. So we'll be taking, for grade B we'll be taking the aggregate which is passing from 20 mm sieve and written on the 12.5 mm sieve. So this aggregate should be of 2.5 kg, and then next the aggregate which is passing from 12.5 and written on the 10 mm, that will take again 2.5 kg. So again you can see at the bottom there is like another sieve which is like 1.7 mm sieve. So we use this 1.7 mm sieve to find out the abbreviated particle. So again, actually after performing this test, the particle will be very fine, and it is very difficult to capture actual weight of the abbreviated particle. So indirectly we do that. We use actually we will sieve the aggregate after the test from this 1.5 mm sieve, and then the particle which or the aggregate which written on this, that will measure, because the particle which are smaller than this, that we cannot measure exactly. So indirectly we'll measure, and to measure it indirectly what we'll do, we'll collect the sample. Initially we have like 5 kg of sample. After the test again we'll sieve it from this one, and the aggregate which written on 1.7 mm sieve, that will measure. But please remember, we are interested in finding the aggregate which is less than 1.7 mm. Initial weight minus the weight which will written after the test on 1.7 mm sieve, the difference will tell us the amount of the particle which has got abbreviated, right? So I'll just show you the sample. So these are the sample. Actually this is the sample which has passed from 20 mm and written on the 12.5 5 mmcu, whereas this is the sample which has passed from the 12.5 mmcu and it written on the 10 mmcu. So as such, both the samples should be like first we have to wash it and then we have to keep it in the oven for like say 24 hours at the temperature of 105 plus minus 5 as such plus 5. So 105 to 110, that temperature we need to maintain for 24 hours, and then we should perform the test. So now we'll measure the weight of this one, but before that I'll just show you exactly what is inside the cylinder in the abbreviation test. So this is actually lead of the cylinder. It should be like almost it should be tight enough so that particle will not be coming out. So we'll open it. So no doubt, to balance this there is like additional weight so that cylinder will rotate uniformly. Now we'll open the lid. So it is little heavy. So like if you see inside, there are some spare. So these spheres are called like a charge, and the sample of the test depends upon the size of this sphere and the number of sphere. So or like if your aggregate size is different, then depending upon that you need to select the sphere. But I'll tell you exactly how many sphere we should have. But each sphere is approximately say 48 mm in diameter. This is of cast iron or steel, and the weight of each sphere varies say around 400 gram. So depending upon the size of aggregate what we are going to test, the number of the sphere and weight of the sphere, that depends. So I'll tell you exactly that chart I will show you. So what is the sphere size should be. As such, sphere size is fixed, but weight of the sphere, that is called charge. So that charge we actually count. So say this is like a steel sphere. So this the diameter of each sphere is around like 48 mm, and we'll measure the weight of this one sphere also. Okay, now we'll measure the weight of this sphere. So first we'll put the tray and then we take the weight. So now it is 0 0. Now I'll put like this sphere 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. So the diameter of this sphere is 48 mm. Weight of all sphere is altogether is 4.586 kg, or like 4586 gram. So this is like as per standard, right? So we'll use this as a charge. Again, this charge is we use for like a B grade of sample. So now we'll measure like a weight of the sample. Now we'll measure the weight of the plate. So first of all we'll tear the weight of this tray and then we'll put the sample. So if you put like tear, then reading becomes 0 0. Now we'll put the sample. So first we'll put the sample of say 20 passing and 12.5 written. So now you can see that weight is like 2.5 kg. So again I am telling this is a sample which is passing from 20 mmcu and written on the 12.5 mmcu. So this we have taken like 2.5 kg. So we'll measure the next component, that is like a passing from 12.5 and written on 10 mmcu. Now we'll measure the next component, that is like a 12.5 passing and 10 returning. So this should again be like a 2.5 kg. Okay, so it is now like a okay, now it is like a 2.5 kg. So again I'm telling, this is like passing from 12.5 mm and returning on 10 mm sieve. So this both sample will put in this Los Angeles machine, and then we'll close the lid, and then we'll perform the test. Yeah, now I hope you can see that like we have put 11 like sphere and the sample. Now we'll close this, and we'll rotate it for say like say 500 revolution, and for like revolution per minute will be around 20 to 30. So we'll close it, and when you close, we need to check that there is no particle is coming out. So we have to close it firmly. Now we'll start the test. So again I am telling, we have to give like 500 rotations, so we have to count the 500 rotations. All like 500 revolution has completed. We'll stop it. Okay, now total 500 rotations are completed. We'll open this, and then I'll show you exactly what happened to the particles. Now you can see this dust, right? So this dust is like abbreviated particle, and we cannot measure the weight of this dust. That's how we use indirect method, in which like we'll be measuring the sample which is like more than 1.7 mm sieve. As such, we are more interested in the particle size which has got rubbed and which has a size less than 1.7 mm sieve. Okay, so this is like now rubbed sample. Now you can see that even it has a dust. So measuring this dust, weight of dust, it's difficult. So what we do, we'll measure the weight of the particle which is bigger than 1.7 mm sieve. So no doubt before that we need to wash this, so that even the dust on the particle which are bigger than 1.7 mm sieve, that should also get washed away. So this is weight of empty tray. So we'll make it, tear it. So now it becomes 0 0. Now I'll put the sample of the particle which is more than or bigger than 1.7 mm in this.
Vâng, nó cứ đâu với chọn. Rồi.
So now you can see that the weight which written on 1.7 mmCu is 4.178 kg. So initially what weight we had is like 5 kg. Again the two component passing from passing from 20 mmCu and written on 12.5 mmCu, 2.5 kg, and then passing from 12.5 and written on 10 of 2.5 kg. So this is the sample which has written on 1.7 mmCu. So the W1, that is 5 kg minus this 4.178 kg, is the actual weight which has got rubbed, and that rubbed weight by original weight is a abbreviation value. So again we generally express it in terms of percentage, so we should multiply it by 100. Okay, that's the end of the test. Thank you.